Y254. Imagine.
Welcome back to Y254 Business Highlights. My name is Yvonne Anyula, and tonight we are talking about the fashion industry. And to see us through this topic tonight is Vincent Odour and Joseph Jonyo, who are currently fashion designers and are currently dressing artists and members of Raibi Empire, a company that encourages young people to explore their talents. They also do dressing for different forums like weddings, parties, and important meetings. Remember, you can be part of this conversation tonight by simply tweeting us at Yvonne Anyula at Y254 channel. The hashtag to use is Y254 updates, starting with the word Y News. Now, with that bunch of portfolio, maybe Vincent, you can tell us what you do.
Currently, I'm doing insurance with the Prudential Life Assurance Company, but we're also doing fashions as part-time. Yeah, to also assist us get some money for other activities.
So, Joseph, where did this start?
Actually, it started back in 2013. Actually, when we had just cleared our school, and we thought that the active source of income alone is not enough. So we wanted to venture in at least an extra source that can at least bring an income. And above all, it was like passion. You know, the other things that somebody is born with, but the other things that somebody perceives as a result of culture. Remember, quite a number of us goes to school with an aim to get a white-collar job. So we thought it twice that instead of idling around, why don't we use the talent kind of that we are feeling that.
And that's why you opted to indulge in the fashion industry.
Yeah, actually, that is the reason.
Where did you guys get capital to start this particular business?
Our capital mainly was generated from our own source of income, from my employer, because based on our industry where we work, we had some good money. And then secondly, we also talked to our parents because we also needed some extra cash to assist us enable the business to grow so well, because we cannot not only depend on our salary to make the business be worth it. So some sources from the family and friends, and maybe some from our earnings get us that motivation to start the activation.
A bit earlier, Joseph, I was going through some of your works online. What was the inspiration behind your works, especially when, because I saw the things that you've done are meant for ladies mostly?
Yeah, actually what happens, we men, we love doing best or having done or having something that best fits us. But you are aware that all these beauty shops that are in the world are basically made for ladies. Yeah, that's according to my point. Because, for instance, you can find that men, they rarely go to the boutiques, and you can find out that when they maybe purchased a given item, it takes like kind of time. But ladies, I think they are always inspired to have the best, because there are all sorts of motivation when it comes to occasions. They are like a source of giving the public happiness, and this is why we said that let's appreciate our ladies by at least bringing something out the best that has not been there ever before. Yeah.
And also to add on what my friend has talked about, men has poor buying culture in terms of the dressing there, unlike ladies. Yeah, when ladies, let me talk about when a lady sees something new, they'll be ready to buy that thing from the market. But a man will take some time for him to make the decision to buy the product. That's why he decided let us venture into ladies, because currently they're the majority in this country.
So with a lot of young people maybe indulging themselves with the fashion industry, what is special with your designs?
What is special about our design, you'll find that quite a number of individuals, like the young generation, they try to Google, they try to research. But with us, we wanted to do the Afrofusion by first of all trying our own modes. Like we can get to, when we are invited to do maybe a decoration for an occasion like a wedding or like a party, we first of all find the environment, and then as a team we try which outfit fits the best, and from there we come up with our own raw materials, and as compared to others, I think that is one of the best. we design on our own, based on our own perception and what we see, not that we copy other people's what they've done.
How is it for you? You design your own clothes, right?
Yeah.
How is it for you to come up with different colors and make sure they blend?
I believe it is a talent, and just like we can sit somewhere and find out that if I blend green, red, blue or white, it can match with this. So I think it is just something that is within us that we can sit down and try to do with the different colors, and purposely the outfit will automatically come out.
And then also to assist my friend, in terms of blending, we look at what most ladies like. There are some certain colors that ladies like, the bright colors sort of. So when we decided to venture into this business, we majored into that area where we can get good sales because of the nature of what the ladies need and require.
So maybe Vincent can tell us the amount of time you take, or the time you take to come up with one design. How long do you take to come up with one design?
For a design to go through very well, because we sit down the two of us, and then we research onto it before we make a decision. It can take between 2 to 3 weeks for us to make a good design.
Two to three weeks to
yes.
make one. Is it adjustable? Like, what happens when a larger demand is put onto you?
When a large demand is there, actually it depends on what kind of the market that is being targeted. You saw when a large demand, like for instance, we are talking about a wedding here, and you know, a wedding, they might be thinking about a given type of design that they want to be embraced throughout the wedding session. So with that, once we've researched, and we can just produce in bulk. It's different from a case whereby an individual wants, like, I need this, I need that, and I need a different design or color. Yeah.
So far, Joseph, do you feel like this business is profitable?
The moment you are doing a passionate thing that comes from within your heart, whether it gives you a little or no return, you appreciate, because you are aware that it's basically entrepreneurial, because it is something that comes from within you, and you take a risk to pursue it, and at the end of the day, you succeed in life.
Vincent, technology is taking over everything nowadays.
That is true.
What are your marketing strategies as a company?
Our main marketing strategies, what we look into is most youths, because we as a company, we are targeting the youth. If you look into the youth, they are more or less in the Facebook, more or less in the Twitter, in the Instagram. So that is our main area, because 90% of the youths, they take their time into the social media. So that is our main area where we as a company are venturing into.
Yeah, also to add on the same, at times we do advertisement, and most cases when there is like occasions, like when there's a launching of a given project with either of the authorities within our county, so we could request for the same, and we display, because we also have the synthetic sculptures of human being, right? Yeah, we just dress them and place them somewhere where we know quite a number of individuals will be able to spot them out.
So do you guys have an online platform where you can like sell your products?
Yeah, currently we are dealing with the Raibi Empire platform, who is also our partner within, and we've been with it for at least 1.5 years, and we are seeing it's not doing bad, and we're also planning to open a bigger platform for the same, so that to reach everyone that is willing, and or rather to reach a broader market.
Vincent, different people have different ways of distributing their products.
Yes.
What way do you use?
What we do is based on the current things we talked about technology. We measure on the online aspect, where somebody can do an order online, and then we do delivery through the delivery measures.
Let's talk about the challenges that come with this particular sector.
Actually, the challenge is one. You find out that there's a competition from our fellow designers. You see, whenever you post something, you expect negativity comments or positivity comments. So you have to learn to live with them and adapt. Two, the market trends. At times, there are agreements that you make with a customer, and like when they come towards the end of the delivery, you might find that before actually we do the delivery, we'll request for the different measurements of individuals, and at times you find out that somebody has maybe added weight within the duration, because you know things to do with wedding, they are ordered early enough. So when somebody comes when he or she has already added some weight, it's like the dress needs to be like fitted again. So that's another challenge that we see. And also, now that we are the two of us, the workload at times, you have to work late in the night, you wake up very early so that you meet the customer's needs. I think so far those are the kind of challenges we are seeing, but all in all, we are not doing bad.
You people work like partners. Is this a partnership thing?
You can say that because we are also cousins, to say so. And I can say we are partners.
Are there any challenges that you have experienced working as partners?
Up to date, we don't see, because it's like all of us found themselves in the same line, just like the same birds, or other birds of the same feather flock together. Yeah, he had the same passion at the same time. I had the same passion. So when we sat down to share, we were coming into agreement, and the only things we wanted to strategize, what do we do next? Yeah, and the point will come, and then we implement, because the secret to success is simply implementation. You're not waiting upon wishes.
So Vincent, as a young person, I'm interested in this particular line of business and I want to start one. What qualities do I need to satisfy to become a fashion designer?
First of all, you must have an attitude, because everything that derives towards our success in everything, whatever we do, is the attitude. Have that passion and attitude, and automatically you'll have to achieve it, because attitude sums everything all.
To add on the same, you need to be patient, because like if you take like 3 weeks, like Vincent said, to produce a given good, most of our youths want things done immediately. If not now, or rather if not today, it's now. So you will find that most of them try and they fail, because if you make a mistake in a point, you need to actually not follow and remain the same point, right? You need to adjust, because you might make a design and you fail, it is okay. Somebody comes and criticizes it, right? You should take that as an advantage and rectify the same, then you proceed. Then 2, hard work. Everybody has taken everything based on education basis. I usually ask my fellow youths that at creation, remember? That is Genesis 1:8. There were no colleges, no universities. Right?
Right.
But there's a given gift that God deposited in each and every one of us. So unless you utilize that gift, it may not come out. But most of us goes to school programmed to be either an employee or self-employed. That's where most of the youth make mistake. So at the end of the day, when they don't get a job, or they are not paid any salary they want, they get frustrated and lose hope in life. They get into other things. So my main point, just be patient, be focused, realize you have talent that is within you. If it is in the design, you will achieve it like we are doing. And I think you will appreciate the life you have today.
Do you guys feel like this is the future of this country? Would you say fashion designing is heading somewhere in future?
Yeah, actually, it depends on how it is embraced, because at the grassroots, we have very good initiative with our youth, right? But there are stages of development. You find out that from this particular level, somebody sees that you're able to benefit for the same, but then cuts off that link. Yeah. So that is the only thing that we can say. In as much as we are trying, we as youths, but we still have some limiting factors. Yeah. You get at some point, you're frozen. Come back. Yeah. We've seen it in so many areas of development. Talk about sports, talk about education, talk about all sorts of areas. Whenever youth tries to do something, they're always not allowed to go up as they wished. But why it that there are people who can at least embrace the same? They can be always at the top, because fashion and design is actually what brings somebody out. Because the first impression, right? That is what you are. That is what brings either somebody to love you or to criticize you. Yeah.
So Vincent, do you feel the same about that point?
I do, because it's all about what is talked about, that passion.
So, gentlemen, your final words. Maybe we can start with you, Joseph.
Yeah, my final word to all the ladies and gentlemen who are viewing us at Y254 today. Unless you realize your vision and dreams, nothing shall come on a silver plate. And as I usually do say, and I reiterate again, that does not depend on the education we receive in school. That is only to formalize you with life. But I know very well that there's something that is lingering inside you, that which agitates you at times. I know quite a number of us are waiting to get employed, but remember shocking statistics. Over 12.5 million individuals are not employed currently. No jobs are being created. So if you just sit there doing nothing, but you are waiting to be employed, my friend, it's getting too late. You are getting elderly. And remember, you also have a short life to live. So please embrace whatever talent that you have to assist you have a good life that you've always wished. Thank you.
Vincent?
What I can say is currently things are very much tight. And even whatever we want to do, especially based on let me talk about how people are brought up in our communities, we get discouraged. You can even tell your mom, your parents, that I want to be a DJ, I want to do this kind of activity. But at some point they feel that it's not employing, because they're looking under the future, not knowing that whatever you have at heart, whatever God gave you, even your parents cannot know. So it's all about you to go for it, because the moment you leave it, the moment you lose hope, the moment friends tell you that no, you cannot do the design, it doesn't have money, it doesn't pay well, but the people are doing it, people are getting money from it, people are earning a living for it, people are feeding their families on the same activities somebody is discouraging you on. Why can't you also have that mentality and go for it? Because even talk about even the country itself, whenever you start playing football, even your parents will tell you that no, football will never take you anywhere, but people are doing so well in football. One of the best playing careers in this country is even football. Whenever you do it so well, then there you are. So I'm just telling my youth that life is really changing, things are really changing. Whatever you have at hand, whatever you feel that you can do it for your life, kindly just go for it. Let nobody let you down, because the future is all about you. Not even your parents, not even your friends, not even your enemies or whoever who are there. It's all about you to make your future. And thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for showing